I'll ask you this straight,
Mhm.
just while we're on the topic. JJK, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise. I've seen them compared, right?
It's
I'm
the Dark
curious.
Trio.
The Dark Trio, yes, sir. If you're looking at their art exclusively, right? And you're looking at who is the most capable artist or just one that you prefer, right? Who would you say? Just rank them for me. I'm curious how those three shake out. Mainly because I'm curious where Yuji Kaku stays. Just artistry.
Okay, just artistry, and the paneling is a part of this.
Anything that relates to like the visuals, basically.
Yuji Kaku is number 1, then then Fujimoto. And you might
Interesting.
It's not even that Fujimoto is like the worst. He's got the most. They're all unique, right? His is more. God, how do I say this and not make it sound like I hate the art? Fuck, because I love Fujimoto's art, right? That's the problem. He is not the worst. He's just the least best, right? Like that is.
Oh God, bro, just say it with your chest. Say he's the worst.
He's not.
Stinks.
Like out of those three,
pushing, bro.
right? Out of those 3, he is like the other 2 are just better, right? So it's not a rip on him. It's a praise on them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right?
What does Yuji Kaku do better than Gege to make you say that? I'm curious. Like, talk to me here. What is it about it that's more compelling?
Movement, detail.
Movement.
Hold on.
That's something. Okay.
Movement, like, I know it's gonna sound stupid. Movement in still images, right? There's something about like the double spreads and landscapes that just feel so fucking alive in his art in a way that like Gege's doesn't really compare to.
I agree. His landscapes are really well drawn.
Right.
I agree.
Like,
he sets a fucking scene.
Yeah, like that's the best way to phrase it. Like when I look at Yuji Kaku's art, especially like still paintings, and this byproduct is fights or whatever, right? I feel moved by the art, right? Like the art itself is like something to behold and admire. You know, I am marveled by it, right? In a similar way as like I am marveled by like Murata's technical ability, right? You just like you know that thing with Jupiter. You ever just look at that and you're like, man, he drew that from scratch, you know? Like it's technically amazing.
Not at all. But you know,
none of it.
We'll get you out of there.
Oh, brother. Anyway,
No, but I think I agree with you. I remember when we were doing that art tier list. That is still in the vault to this day. The second one, bro. The second one. The you know, I don't know, maybe the second recording of it. I don't fucking know. But like, I remember when we were doing it, you weren't familiar with his art, and I showed you like some of his art, and you're like, it's cool. And I showed you a volume cover, and you're like, all right, hold on now.
Oh my God,
this
dude.
guy kind of cooks, bro.
Volume cover game, it's washed. Like the other 2, they will.
I agree.
It's a dream that they will have a better cover. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree. And the thing is about Yuji Kaku is like he has no misses. Fujimoto and Gege both have some very questionable manga volume covers, bro. So
there isn't a single. Yeah, they're all stunning, color wise, composition wise. Jeez, dude. So like my problem, I guess, with Fujimoto's art style is that it's very cinematic, but it's not consistently cinematic. So like not every single chapter of like Chainsaw Man, for example, is done in a Goodbye Eri kind of way, right? So that's kind of like where I'm coming from with it. With Gege, it's like, yeah, no, he has the ability to draw. He draws like fights like the best, I think, and he draws double spreads with good proficiency. Just solid. You know, he's a good middle ground.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah, that's a tough one for me, but yeah, okay. At least glad you're liking the art.
I will say, this is kind of an offshoot. I do think if I had to rank the covers, though, Yuji Kaku, then Fujimoto, then Gege, because Gege, God bless him, can't do it. I don't know what it is. He just forgets how to draw with the covers sometimes.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
Kind of crazy, bro. Like.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pitch you with your. I promise we'll get right back on track, right? I feel like even though Gege is not my least favorite artist of the 3, he is the one that I would say conventionally is by far the worst. He has, in my opinion, if you were to like look at their like basic stats, right? We were breaking it down like an athlete or something, right? Like he has the lowest in most of those categories. But for some reason, bro, something about it just it allows him to fucking like weasel his way out of what I feel like his technical ability should be. Because like I don't have him last. I don't know if I have him first, but I know for a fact I don't have him last. So it's definitely it's interesting that you mentioned that, because like a volume cover I think is a pretty decent gauge for what an artist can do with time. And I do agree that I think Gege on average has worse volume covers, or the worst of the three.
He is consistently worse. I'm just saying, like, band for band, he is not doing like.
I said band for band, like, Gege's getting bodied, bro.
Like even
yeah, no, I
agree. Bro, okay, there's this one cover that's like, it's not the worst one in my opinion, but it is one that like sort of exemplifies this point where I'm like, no, he clearly forgot how to draw his own characters when he has to draw volume covers. You know, one with Ishigori where his like torso is just kind of fucked up in a way.
Blocky, you mean?
Yeah. It just looks like that Captain America drawing a little bit.
It's just there are so many worse ones to pull. Listen, bro,
I know,
you want a bad one? Pull up Toto or Yuki's cover, bro.
I know.
God, Gege, do something, man. Cook, bro. Anyways, yeah, no, I agree.
The Kashimo one was so wild. Like finding out that he had teal hair.
You could tell he's colorblind. Like, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I'm gonna be fully honest. I gaslit myself into liking it, but my initial reaction was confusion. It was confusion, bro.
Let somebody else do the covers, bro.
It's so annoying because like he has really good covers, right? Mm-hmm. He'll have like volume 11. He'll have like volume 14, he'll have volume 8. That's like Anami's, Toji's, Sukuna's, Joso's, like bangers, right? And then he'll hit a stinker. But we have Toto's cover. I'm like, oh my god, bro. Then we have Mei's cover, and it's like, dude, what are we doing? Mei's cover is so not good to me. I don't like it, bro.
I like Mei's cover more than I like Ishigori's, more than I like Kashimo's.
And I know why, bro. Listen, no, you're not gonna fool me.
Look, bro.
I know why.
To be honest with you, it's also weirdly one of his more creative covers because she's like the dollar bill in her mouth, and she's not like, you know, in her typical like hair setup. He took some liberties.
Listen, bro. I think it's personally not one of my favorites. I think Gege is most in his bag. Bro, don't get me started about that. You know what really grinds my gears? Megami does not have a good volume cover, bro. Because he drew this shit when he was still not at his peak, and it's just not good.
Bro,
it's just not good.
I'm hoping he doesn't fumble with the Megana cover. I'm praying. Oh my god, I just shuddered at the thought that he might make it a Yorozu cover. Oh my god, dude. Whew.
Bro, if you're a Yorozu fan, wouldn't you be happy about that?
Dude, not that much. Not a cover's worth.
Not a cover's worth. I'm not a cover's worth a fan. Fair enough. But yeah, let's get back to it. All right, so I want to talk about Gabimaru and